Doing good. Good
All
girl,
right,
Cami.
we're live.
Oh, we're live. All right, let's go, y'all. All right. Spread the Positive podcast. Welcome back, y'all. We got a super duper special puppy podcast edition with my guy, Tylor Gentry. What's good?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. This is amazing.
Good to see you. This is fantastic.
Yeah. So this for those of you that don't know, this is Cami Rooski, and there goes Murphy, her father. Yeah. I think she's out as well, but we got a puppy pod. We got him on. So
had to bring them together.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's just funny. I'm her dad, you're his dad, and he's her dad.
It's amazing.
Triangulation of greatness again, man.
I'm the grandfather.
Yeah,
you know?
That is right. You're the father of the father.
I'm the father of the father.
That's incredible.
I keep it, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Man, TG, what's good? What's been going on? I know you've been doing a lot.
Life's great.
Yes.
We live in a crazy world, but just out here trying to
spread the positive.
Trying to spread the positive, one thread at a time.
Hey, I see what you did there. Let's talk about ambition. Let's talk about people. For those that don't know, Tyler's a serial entrepreneur, founder of Ambition Threads, a longtime supporter of all things STP, and a fellow podcaster on the network. Speaking of
I know.
Creating ambition, let's get it back on track.
It's
I think it's about time.
I had to take a step back.
Yeah, I understand that.
We went through some crazy times there for a while. I was in a weird place.
Understandably,
wanted to just quit and give it all up.
Wow.
Decided, God just said, "Hey, man, I got big plans for you. You just sit back and relax and let's go."
Okay.
And by relax and let's go is
work really hard.
Yeah. Let's
work insanely hard.
Step on the gas here.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Everything's been good, man. It's been good. I we just did the Danny D podcast.
Yep. Shouts to Danny as always.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get back. We'll be back.
I know.
We'll be back.
I know. Not trying to push too hard, but I'm gonna nudge you in there. I'm gonna give you a little nudge.
I feel like I'm getting pushed.
There's a touch of a nudge. All right, we got the old nudgy McGee.
That's it.
But yeah, sorry. But yeah, man. Since the last time Ryan was here too.
Yeah,
we did have that, so we know all the stuff that you and Ryan are doing. Shouts to Ryan for being the genius that he is.
Yeah, he's
it's always cool. Just
he's a legend. Dude.
He really is, and with y'all coming together, it's just greatness times two.
Yeah. So the last time I think we were just working on really just kind of
how's this all gonna work.
Yeah, starting over.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and where we are now, like we were just talking off camera with Reagan.
Yeah, shouts to Reagan. Thank you for the production assistance.
Yeah. But we officially, so we released it on the Danny podcast, but we'll release it now as well. But we're officially printing and doing all things in Murfreesboro. So in the States, we're printing in the States and still working on getting fabrics and stuff here.
Right.
That's the lane that we kind of wanted to go down.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, let's bring, we'll start with giving me and Ryan a job first, and then, branching out and scaling the brand and building a manufacturing facility here in the States.
That's big.
That's the goal.
That's big.
That's the goal. It's a big goal. It's a big dream. It's been a dream for a bit.
Yeah. I know you talked about
a lot of logistics, a lot of crap goes into it, a lot of money that needs to be spent.
Yep.
So we'll get there.
Yeah.
Our goal is to, by the end of 2023, mid 2024, is to produce our first shirt here.
Wow. Start to finish.
Every thread produced
in America.
Here. Yeah.
America. Let's go, man.
Just trying to bring glory back to being American.
Hey, I like that.
It's tough. It's tough. We live in a crazy world right now.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we've been doing, man. We've we'll have our first product release in 2 weeks.
Nice.
And then we're just off to the races.
What's the date?
I have no idea. I don't even know what day today is.
Right. Today's the 5th.
Today's the 5th. So I think it's around the 22nd.
Nice. We'll have it in the notes.
Yeah, I think it's the 20th. Yeah, 2 weeks. 19th and 20th is when we'll release.
Nice.
So it's coming up quick.
That is, yeah. Big things on deck.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's been like I said, man, it was a long process, but it's cool to see what we're building.
Yeah.
And it's obviously taken slow. It's a rebuild. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Because we've been a brand for 4 years. So it's like a lot of this stuff. It was almost like, hey, do you want a do-over? If you do, let's take it. And I was like, all right, man, let's do a do-over. Let's do some things that I knew were right.
Anything wrong.
No,
per se.
not
it's
at
just
all.
like just another level.
It was just kind of tightening screws.
Yeah,
you know, it was a little loose. It was, you know, me personally, it was like I wanted to stand for everything, so I ended up standing for nothing.
There you go.
And now I'm like, all right, let's stand for this and make this happen. So
I love that.
That's where we're at today.
Oh
Pups.
boy, we got Cami Rooski getting verbal.
We
tried to get you on. You know, we're trying to really pop.
Don't try and talk now.
I know we're trying to do this the right way, and you just couldn't sit still. But yeah, it's so funny that we got dogs in here. Just
I mean, this is we've had the dream for a long time, and
Man,
I still think we should do it.
I know we got to get probably need treats and peanut butter.
Oh my gosh,
and just something like
everything. So you fed my dog peanut butter. Is what you're saying?
No,
while he stayed at your house.
No, that never happened. It actually really did. But anyway, that'll be dude. That'd be so funny.
Oh my god!
Try to get him to even if we Photoshop or did it in post where we could Photoshop.
Dude. I seriously,
you
hands down,
talking for dogs.
Trent Denson has the best commentary for dogs and I've done it my entire life because that's why we talk about it.
Yeah, dude,
you still have hands down the best.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
it throws people off sometimes. I've had people that I've become closer to.
Yeah,
and they're like, I'm not gonna lie, man. First little bit. It was a little much.
It was weird. It's
you're
like, no, it's not.
I appreciate the feedback, but I can't change who I am. You know,
I'll never stop.
Basically,
if you want me to stop, it's not gonna happen.
Right. You know? I'm like, it just
somebody's got to do it.
And yeah, it's really funny. We do the locally owned Murfreesboro podcast in here, and Cami's usually in here, and it'll be Marissa and Missy, the hosts, and they always clarify on the front end if Cami's in the building. So just FYI, Trent will talk to and for Cami. So if you're thrown off,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's quite embarrassing that I do it all the time for Murphy.
True dog owners get it.
I think they do.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. If you're a true dog
I think it's just because they're an extension.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's who's going to talk for them? They can't.
Still, one last story. This never gets old either. This one time, shouts to Stacy Corona. I talked for her golden shepherd, Layla. She's a princess. And Stacy actually got kind of offended because
you swear.
Because she's a girl, Trent. I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, I kind of got a universal dog voice.
Yeah, it's just unisex. It doesn't,
there's not binary or something. I don't know.
We're fluid out here.
Yeah, we're super fluid with the dog voice. But anyway, let's stop talking about the dog voice. Anyway, it does bring a lot of positivity and joy.
It does. Listen, if
it's
you
on
are
brand,
a human being,
it's on brand.
And you look at a puppy and don't smile, you're not a human being.
That's facts. Hey, Rooski.
Hey.
She just stopped. Oh, sorry.
Lock it up.
All right, man.
Dude, I want to tell you publicly how proud I am of you.
Man, don't
setup. I literally feel like I'm being interviewed by Larry King.
Wow. That's a great
and
compliment.
He's good. Okay.
I think he'll go down top 3 to 5. So yeah.
Could be. But
man, I'll take that. Thank you,
I'm
man.
pumped on STP and everything. I mean, you are literally living the dream.
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot every single day. But
I think it's supposed to be, right?
Yep.
I think it's supposed to be.
If anybody can relate, I think
I think
one that definitely gets it.
I think you got to have strong shoulders and no care in the world about what anybody has to say about it, man.
Yep. There's been a lot of those moments. Hey, we got 1 to 2 views.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dude, look at
we're gonna still push record and still bring light to what's going on, man.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And dude, you know what? I learned it in church. It doesn't matter how big the light is.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it could be a pin light.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a dark room, aka the world or whatever people want to paint it, you got a pin light, you're shining the light, dog.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
beautiful. Seriously.
That's Matthew something, right? Matthew 5:12. Something like that. Be the light, shine the light.
Wow.
Something like that. I know. I'm getting on my Jesus.
I love it.
I know. It's been really good, man. Shouts to Jesus. Thanks.
Jesus, if you're watching this, thank you. You've been, pretty solid.
Very grateful for man, but yeah, I'll throw it back to you in that regard because you've been a pretty big contributor to that.
I don't think I've done anything, but thank you.
Hey, you have without even knowing. So that's cool.
I just think it's remarkable. I think my favorite thing about entrepreneurship is just starting something from nothing and growing. It's the most gratifying, satisfying thing you could ever do. You can never make $1 and still be like, let's go, man. It's
a good way to put it.
Yeah, especially something like this, just
Dude, this
podcasts in general.
We're like a little bitty ABC or CBS or iHeartRadio.
It's literally
like a little bitty one of those.
Dude, it's the positive iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Like it's
like we're
not
just
saying that those platforms aren't,
Mhm.
but I think it's cool to just watch the progression. I remember when you got the space.
Mhm.
I remember when I was in the space and I had to leave the space.
Damn, that was so cool.
That was a tough. Man, that was like a cool 2 weeks, and I was like, man, I don't think I can afford it. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
I remember the space. I remember the STP logo that used to be here out of the soundboard equipment. That's now not there, unfortunately.
Not everybody likes black and yellow in their shot, so that's why we can take this away.
That makes sense.
You're right.
I'm just proud of you, man.
I think it's
sick.
It, man.
I think the future. So let me interview you.
You go flip
what's the future of STP? Like, where do you see it 10 years?
Man, 5-10 years. Woo. Honestly, a very established network and platform that's a well-oiled machine, a production team that's in place, a sales and business development, basically just having the whole machine just working. Yeah. Building out a sales team, building out socials, building out obviously shows and production and all of that. I've said it for a while, like I want my full-time job to be saying yes or no.
Like, that's a great gig.
I've said that for a while. I'm like, that works, that doesn't, let's do this, let's not do that. Yeah. But literally, and then just put it through the machine. And building out some of these production partnerships, like with my guy Tom. Shouts to Tom with To the Moon Creative. He's a beast, and his production looks like Joe Rogan quality. And I'm like, let's get to that. And just being, I mean, he's around the corner. His studio's just like top notch. So we've been in talks for a while. Just a lot of people in place. Actually, Reagan and Reagan's mom have been helping with business development stuff and that's getting some contracts and sponsorship. Basically just the foundation to like really have the ads, have the agreements, have the rev shares and all the stuff. Kind of getting to that next level with all of that. And man, there's just a lot. We're doing the acoustic garage every Friday night. Y'all come out tonight here at Cedar Glade. Dude, it's been so fun. I'm really kind of catching the bug with that and kind of seeing the full potential of that. Dude,
that's what the brand's all about, though.
Yeah, and going for like a bluebird in the burrow. That's what old Jay Harmon himself coined it as. And I'm like, bro, that's so genius, and we need it. And so live music, man. Everybody's like, I wish we had more live music. Well, here you go. Come on down. So 7:30s.
Love it.
I know. I mean, the vibe, and we're encouraging like singer-songwriters to actually tell their story and play their originals. And so pretty cool format, like pick a couple covers, get some engagement, come down, sit down, talk about who you are, why you do what you do, play some of your originals, and then play some more covers as they go out. So it's kind of a I mean, that was all John. I mean, we had talked about it for a while, but Jonathan was like, man, it's really time to move on that. So
that's awesome.
Shouts to the whole Cedar Glade fam. Next door to the studio. It's just dope.
It's
this
legit.
Whole thing is
it's legit.
The more you sit back and look at it, man, how all this is coming together, super, super, super exciting. But beyond that, man, I wanted to take it back to the impact thing. I think that's one of the pieces that we've been doing some, but not to the full extent that I want to do it. And got this new triangulation. You know me. It's always about a triangle. It's weird, man. But the 3C method, we got community at the top, connection, and content. So basically, pick your nonprofit, pick your cause up at the top of the triangle. It's supported by the underwriters, advertisers, sponsors for said show. So Creating Ambition works with Cedar Glade Brews, and y'all are benefiting Endure Athletics.
Love that.
Get with Ryan, get with the squad at Ambition, get with Jonathan and some of the folks here at Cedar Glade. Go actually do the work. Put a project together to actually support Endure.
God, that's huge.
So just like that triangulation effect where the production, part of production costs, part of advertising dollars goes into documenting that whole process, right? So you can ultimately, like, everybody wins. So you get great exposure on the show. The podcaster has some of their production costs covered. They might start making money when it gets to that point, and everything. And then it's more than just an ad spend. It turns into positive PR and community engagement and actually impactful stuff.
Yeah.
So impact over everything. As always, Troy C with that legendary quote: "If you make people compete on impact, everybody wins."
Everybody wins.
Damn,
and
that's still a bar forever.
It's still good.
Yeah. I mean,
Shout
that's
out to
that.
Troy.
Yeah. He's the
Troy's
man.
a guy.
Yep.
A guy.
But yeah, dude,
That's
that's the next thing. I want every show to have these triangles. Having the team to manage that, like it'll literally take like account managers, and project managers, and Stuart, if you're watching, man, you're about to get really busy too with plugging ads and all this stuff. Like we're gonna have like a master sheet, spreadsheet, Google Drive thing where we're gonna just be able to plug, Brian Nail paid X amount of dollars this month. We're going to plug his commercial in these amount of shows. It's literally like a radio station, TV station type model.
It's
wild.
We've always talked about it.
It's wild.
And again, I'll go back to the proud statement I was talking about, but it really is everyone winning. Like you are the best networking person. I know. I like to pride myself and feel like I know a few people.
Oh, yeah.
But the people that I know, I'm like, yeah, my buddy Trent. They're like, oh, spread the positive. And I'm like, how the heck do you know these people?
Yeah.
So I think you just are doing what God put you on this earth to do.
That's facts, man.
It's like, hey, I'm just here to bring people together and show people that you can love life and win and
yeah.
do
Everybody wins, man.
Yeah, 100%. So I think it's sick, dude. I see it being bigger than, I see it up there with the Joe Rogan podcasts and stuff like that. Man, I think it's huge.
When we get to that point where when it's fully in place and the team's fully built out and like everything's nice on paper, like we're still in that phase right now, which is such a grind and so hard to, like, I've been working on these packages and like an agreement and like just these things that honestly probably should have in place a little better, full disclosure. Wow. But it's like it's trying to hit a moving target all the time. Dude. And everybody's got a different need and approach, and like it's been so hard even getting the basic stuff that we have on paper to like even be on paper. But
I think that's the coolest part, or really it's a difficult part too, because it's it's easy to be busy. It's easy to do all this stuff like and all that, but I genuinely think that that's the part that people don't see. That,
oh my gosh, man!
The just countless hours
and meetings and conversations,
talking over the same thing.
Well, what if we did this? What if that? Yeah, man.
Right. It's something that I don't think's harped on enough. I think people like us, people like the network and what's going on touches on it and should touch on it more just because of stuff like that. Because I think. Would I have gotten into entrepreneurship and wanted to start businesses if I would have known how hard it is? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to see a little bit more of like, oh, okay, so it's going to be that hard. Okay.
And all the stuff you don't think about.
Hindsight 2020, always.
Even just tax, like just business,
taxes alone.
just making sure you're still compliant.
By the way, people, on that, be careful with Venmo.
Yeah.
Me and my accountant or tax guy did that for like freaking, I'm pretty sure it was 7 days straight of just transactions after transactions. Just crazy. But anyway, saying all that to say, like, if I would have known it, yes, I would have done it. But it should be glorified. It shouldn't be like, oh, you shouldn't do it because it's too hard. It should be like, yes, it's hard, but it's so awesome. Dude. Yeah. It's so awesome.
That's so true. It's
so
a great way to put it.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
And when you get those little bitty wins, like,
it's small.
Honestly, when Reagan's mom was down, like, she's like, this is the most fun I've had in years.
And you're like, let's go.
She's a super successful CEO of an aviation company doesn't need to do this at all.
Yeah.
But literally, just got familiar with what we're doing. I'm familiar with what she's doing. Huge fan of what she's got going on. And the fact that there's a 1099 rep out here, preaching the gospel for STP, and awesome. Several more like scheduled to, get started. And it's just like, man, just having that one thing, I was like, oh my gosh, like that was a milestone moment. And I was sick, yeah. And man, just all the all the stuff that she brings to the table and Reagan brings to the table. Like, shouts to Reagan. Reagan over here.
Reagan sounds like a
she just graduated from Mississippi State.
Let's go. What are those, Longhorns? Or
no.
What are they?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Yeah. So you're laughing at our poodles right now.
Longhorns.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't even go to college. Probably should have.
Probably should have. But yeah, Reagan's a concert photographer, entrepreneur, just hustler, graphics, super talented at a lot of things. And
nice.
Oh.
Come on in.
Oh.
Hey,
Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Robin C in the building.
Robin C.
What are you doing? You want to have a seat?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
I can't see Jonathan.
Okay.
Hop in and say hi and ruin your podcast.
Ruin and or bring light to it. Come on in, you know?
It's all good. Well,
that's incredible. Awesome. I mean, just people popping in. This is a popular place.
Yeah, I love.
I'm telling
this
you.
Is my favorite thing. I usually do.
That's a great point. Yeah, you should probably get security in. Maybe that's your next hire.
Yeah,
like maybe security. Lock the doors.
All right. Bye, Robin.
Good to see you.
That's awesome.
I mean, you never know who's walking through the doors here.
We got dogs barking, people walking in.
So much positivity in this place. Yeah, it's just oozing.
We just have to. This is why we have this space.
That's exactly right.
But yeah,
awesome.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I mean, that was
Reagan. But yeah, anyway, we got some really awesome help. Long story short, the days of running around one person production crew.
Yeah, man.
Jumping up. Hey, I got to get up and like make sure the cameras don't freak out. Just keep talking. Just keep talking. You're fine.
I think it's great, man. Like I said, I think the potential of it, it's
wild.
It's through the roof, man.
Yep.
It's through the roof.
You've been a key contributor, man. Like, and it's we're gonna bring it back, and that's gonna be.
We'll get to creating it. There's a lot to talk about, man. I've started a new business.
The paint game's crazy,
dude. It's crazy.
Yeah,
been in the construction world for the last 8 months or close to a year now. It's been nuts.
Yeah,
that's
nuts. A whole nother.
It's a different business. It's a lot of labor, but it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
You're good at it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my thing. Trying to do the
painting's hard.
It's
you can see these walls. I mean, you can.
No, it's
don't look too close.
It's good. I'll tell you this. I've done it for 10 years. Close to 10 years because I did it like right out of high school. My uncle owns a company, and the worst part about it is that once you like paint for a while and you understand like how to do it and fix things. Every imperfection everywhere is the first thing you see.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm like, somebody's got to fix that drywall up there. And then I'm like, I'll do it. And I'm like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Can't win them all.
No, you can't. But man, I just love business. I think business is fun. I keep messing with you. I'm back at it.
I know, man. You just so handsy with the mic.
Fidgeter. But business is just fun.
That used to be the worst.
Yelling at me about that?
Yeah, still. I'll take it back. In the most spread the positive way possible.
Yeah, stop or I'll kill you.
Stop touching the mic, Tyler.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just a fidgeter. All right.
I'm happy. It again.
I'm happy.
Quit it.
Right.
Yeah, those were the days.
If you could pinpoint one of the best wins to date, what would it be?
When I switched the hosting and I finally had an answer for those folks. Like, honestly, you were one of those very early on. Like, hey man, could you like help me start a pod?
Yeah.
I'm like, for a long time, I didn't have an answer for that.
Yeah.
And then when I was looking to switch my own hosting and came across this new platform and got to do like a trial of their premium and all that, and then bit the bullet on it, and it's just incredible. I mean that's what this network.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. Yeah. I mean, being able to build out a show, and if I have the elements to your show, if I have the title, description, artwork, and the first couple of episodes, like I can have you live on 30 plus podcast platforms in less than 2 hours.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's so crazy, man. What used to be, I mean, think about that.
Yeah, dude.
Think about like what it would be to do like a radio show when we were,
man.
I mean, you're a young buck, but like you're young,
bro.
You're like 8. I'm like 8 years older than you.
No way.
You're
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm about to be 36.
Jesus, you're old.
I'm
just kidding. I didn't mean that. I'm 29.
I know. That's 7.
My fiance is 35.
I know. She's out here robbing the cradle.
I am, but I am also a cougar hunter. So.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a lot of truth. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
she's gonna. I'm probably.
We're
grounded.
in trouble for this.
Yeah, I'm definitely grounded. Sorry,
love
babe.
you, Morgan.
Yeah, sorry, babe. Love you.
That's amazing. Yeah, man, that was definitely a big win, and you know, crossing 100,000 downloads, that was a special moment.
That was unbelievable. I remember that as well. Yeah,
you know,
that's awesome.
And just I don't know, man. There's been a lot here lately. Obviously, like I said, Reagan's mom coming on. Some of the stuff with Nash Vegas that's getting about to go down. Just all. I mean, the recent developments here in the past, call it like 3 to 6 months, has just been pretty wild.
It's been going faster.
Yeah, we're launching 6 shows this month. Like, that's a lot.
You need stuff to do, man.
I know.
You don't look busy enough.
I know. It's wild, but
you need to get some of these bags under your eyes.
Oh man, I got those coming in hot, coming in strong. And another thing I got to shout out, the new format for the LT 360 Coach's Hell Show is awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Me and Coach had done it for a while, just the two of us, and he's brought in some more just really godly men, man. Like these guys, like this one guy, Jack Christian, they call him Jack Hammer.
I bet they do.
Man, he's shouts to Jack, man. He is a legit prophet, bro.
That's
like
awesome.
He literally like prophesizes over, like, and he's already called some crazy stuff.
Really?
Like I've seen him talk about it, and then it happens, and I'm like,
he's a wizard.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's a legit like prophet.
That's
and he's
awesome.
Dude, like when you talk, you just like he speaks truth every time.
You feel
like,
it. Whoa.
So it's been shouts to the whole LT 360 fam. They call them, our coach calls us the spiritual street fighters.
Okay, that's I like it.
Yeah, man.
So I like it. We need to get with them because we're in the gym every day at 6:30 in the morning doing reps for Jesus. So
there
we
you
need
go,
to get
man.
with the street fighters and
bro,
really just shut the whole world down.
Dude, that show goes out to Cumulus Sunday nights.
Okay,
I've been doing that for 3 years.
Let's go.
Just these little things that I like sit back and reflect on. I'm like, dude, that's kind of wild.
It's
the
so
stuff we've
good.
been doing, like, and by we, it's a lot of just me.
Dude, it's
and
crazy.
I'm not good at tooting my own horn, but that goes out to
that's why I'm here.
10,000 plus people every Sunday night, and it's just like super powerful.
That's unreal.
Awesome conversations. So that's been a really cool win here lately. But getting some of these sponsors, the Rachel Farrell show, dude, I love Rachel. She's such a, like, you talk about the light, bro. She is the light. She is a light, and just funny, and a little legend down in Tullahoma already. She's just like a breath of fresh air down there. Came in with like $750 worth of sponsors a month before she launched the show.
Whoa,
like, you get it.
Yeah, you know how to do this stuff.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Just the way she's like come on and like taking the bull by the horns, like it's like people are starting to get it. And this new logo and the 3 C's that I'm like really kind of just, it's a clear way of visualizing what I've like been trying to say for like 6 years.
And it takes, but
and
it takes
something
time,
clicks, and I'm like, that's the logo.
Yeah.
That was a win, man. Seeing that on Canva. Shouts to Canva.
Yeah.
I like freaked out when I saw this triangle and kind of just put my own spin on it. But
that's awesome, man.
Dude, that like just the visual and how these 3 triangles intertwine within this triangle. I'm like, that's what I was
This is amazing.
Yeah, I freaked out on that. So there's been a lot of wins here lately, man. That have and you know, at the same time, there's also those days where you're like, I might just pack this all.
Hey, I mean,
it'd be nice to just have a job.
Yeah,
but
100%.
Yeah, like you said, that's not really an option. You told me that a long time ago. I don't know if you remember this, man. But the first time we did a pod, we were at that
Was this
apartment.
at my kitchen table?
Yes.
No, the very first one.
The Springfield.
Oh, God, I hated that apartment.
The Springfield.
I'll never forget that. Yeah.
No, we finished. That was like the first time we met.
That was the first ever anything.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah.
Well, I came to Nutrition Factory. Somebody told me about you, and I saw some Ambition stuff, and I was like, oh, this is my people.
Yeah.
And the triangle. I swear there's something about triangles.
I remember that too. Yeah.
But you told me that day, I'll never forget. We were like wrapping up, and you're like, you can't quit.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you
Who
mean?
is
Who
this
are
cat?
you?
Just a little pipsqueak talking about it.
It's like, you can't quit, right? It's like, damn, you're right. I
Okay,
can't. And I was like, I think about that more than you probably realize.
Heck
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I was speaking truth.
Yeah, you're like, you literally, you can't quit.
Well,
like,
I mean, look at you now. Thank God you didn't.
Yeah.
Because I know I've called you saying I think I'm going back to Nissan and working at a factory, and you're like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Same conversations, man. I think those are pivotal moments in every journey.
For sure.
Every person we look to, everybody's thought about quitting. Man.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody's thought about quitting.
And like how you and Danny were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just like we got this little fam.
It's crazy. LA ain't got nothing else.
Hey, right.
Nothing.
That might be a touch of fake news.
What?
But I'm sorry.
But, why are they all moving here then?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
because STP.
Yeah.
The
international.
We got reach out here.
Yeah, we do.
That's all.
You're right, but it's like that though. But I think it's cool to have this little circle of us that are doing our own things, but all like really in each other's corner,
doing it together,
and building and being there for each other and growing and just supporting, man. It's been really cool.
I agree.
Danny's a legend.
She's a special bird.
Yep.
There's not a lot of people like her. I tell her that often.
Yep.
She's inspired me. I glimpsed it on her pod, but she's kind of inspired me to like get out of my comfort zone and just do more. Like
she's fearless, man.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
she's crazy. I feel like I don't do enough, oddly enough.
That's a silly feeling. I know.
But I want to start vlogging, and I want to start getting back into that and just doing crazy fitness stuff.
Yeah.
Getting back into competing again. Like I really want to race a dirt bike again, man.
Get the itch, huh?
Man, that's especially with Ava, my stepkid. She's just a legend, man. She's a little firecracker.
Yeah.
And I just want her to like
experience.
Well, just not even experience it, but I want her to like. I'm a dad now. Like I'm becoming a father.
It's so sick.
And it's like I want her to look at me and be like, yeah, dude, that dude did everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at my dad, hey, not how Cami looks at her dad.
Yeah.
But when I look at my dad, I'm like, dude, that dude just like he never gave up. He was always doing something.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I want her to look at me and my future kid and
that's
all that other stuff. So it's like
that's cool.
Danny's
that you're that
inspired a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's self-awareness.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit.
Good job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Just trying to live out.
They're always watching, man.
I appreciate
you. Yeah, you're shaping the youth, man.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
That's facts.
Who's next? What's the next big pod today?
Man, today we got Pastor Mike coming in.
Right on.
Always a pleasure to have him again. Just godly.
Yeah. He's a pastor.
Literally. Pastor Mike,
pastor.
Man. He's.
I just wanted to stop in just because I've missed the fire.
I know, man. It's mutual. I'm glad we did this. It definitely needs to happen more often.
I completely agree. I think it's. We've talked about a panel. We've talked about some. I really got to get over here.
That whole panel thing.
I think tonight I'm gonna come to this.
It's gonna be
acoustic
dope.
thing.
Yeah, I was looking at this guy's music. Brian Barnum, for those that are looking.
Double B's.
Yeah, BB in the building. Yeah, we're dude, it's cool. Like I'm really getting the itch for it.
I like it.
I'm trying, dude. Last time it was kind of weird because it's like I don't think people really understand what we're doing just yet.
Right,
so I'm like, dude, it's just loud. People are still just like talking. I'm like,
can I get a beer? And you're like, it's great.
I'm trying not to be like, hey, shut your butt. but like last week I went back and watched some of it and I'm like,
who am I?
Like it's like whistling to like try to like, hey everybody. Little interview going right now, but I'm gonna try to do a little better with the expectations up front tonight.
Well, if I don't make it tonight, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
It's every Friday.
Every Friday at 7:30.
I'm gonna have to. I mean, I'll definitely be around on a Friday.
Yeah, for sure. They're fun, man. Again, shouts to Jonathan with that idea. That was all him. And well, we talked about it for a while, and I think there's still there's so much cool stuff we could do. Dude. Like have you know, something going over there, and then, you know, a live cam could like walk through, and
100%.
something's going on in the studio, do like a in studio interview while other people are playing. 100%. And dude, this whole like 6,000, bro, this 6,000 square foot footprint that we have right here,
it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why
so replicatable too.
Coming around here, it's the potential. It like makes you feel like you have more potential. It makes you feel like just when you're around here, it's the same reason why we're all friends now, and like we all get it. So it's like when we all hang out together, it's way easier to live life, because you're like, oh man, these guys I know have had troubles and adversity and stuff. So it's like
they're still here.
Yeah, dude. And the potential here is just,
dude, I got,
you know,
I've had big visions about just big. I'm saying, like, job training opportunities, all the types of industries that are literally in this 100%. In the retail to our right, fermentation, hospitality,
content,
all things content all in here, audio, video, photography, live events.
It's sick, man. It's sick. I can't wait to get the pod back rolling. I can't wait to just spend more time.
It's super exciting.
I'm excited.
I mean, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but shouts to Jonathan Harmon. Dude's a legend.
I mean,
dude is a legend, and he
truly
thinks on a different level, and he believes in people. He puts them in the right spot to do things, and he's taken a big leap on me, and dude, I'm super grateful.
Life wouldn't be the same.
Shoot, man, he's changed it for
Jay
sure.
Harmon, he's the man for sure.
Shouts to old Jay Harmon and Lacey and Jeremy and our good neighbors over here, Captain and Jim Africano. Man, we got just like a little.
It's a smorgasbord of greatness.
Yeah, man, and the location's wild, and I mean, it's just going to be a staple for a long time moving forward, hopefully. So
it's a legacy brand out here
for sure, dude.
Legacy brands.
And all things Cedar Glade, it's just like, I mean, they're building. I mean, legacy is a perfect word.
That's it,
dude. That's wild.
Let's go.
Then we got Liberty Station across the street doing their thing.
I see that.
We got Legacy over here. I'll keep wanting to call that the Trade School Triangle.
Right? Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad name.
I know, man.
They got it. Somebody's got to dub that.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
So we got all the things over here, and then over at Liberty Station, man, they're doing some amazing stuff.
Yeah, so, that's insane.
For special needs population and job training in that regard, and their goal is to have like a 5-star experience at this little coffee shop, and these grilled cheeses they make over there are insane, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go get
so
one.
good.
Literally
I'm actually unofficially every Thursday 11:30 to 12:30 people should go there.
Okay.
They're not officially allowed to promote it because they're still waiting on some
COVID. Just kidding.
No. Take that back.
Terrible.
Take that back.
That's terrible.
No, just some certifications.
I got you. Well, we'll be there from 11:30 to 12:30.
Man, it's super cool what they're doing over there. And all things with Troy's, we're always plotting on the takeover too. Donuts with dough coming down.
There's so much coming.
Lost and Found Sisters, man, like that's the wildest story you've ever heard.
So to ask you what you're most excited about is really, I should ask you what you're not excited about, because it's a shorter list.
The figuring all the money stuff out.
Yeah, well, that's always
the worst, man.
But man, that figures itself out.
Yeah,
it always does.
We'll just keep pushing record.
Well, when you're dealing with good people, it's not hard to talk about money. It's not hard to talk about this or that.
Shouldn't be.
When everything, when it's good people doing good things, it doesn't matter. It all works itself out.
That's what we're working towards, and I appreciate people's patience in that regard. I know a lot of people. Oh, hey, Murph Diggy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dad, what is this? Anyway, but yeah, man, I'm pumped. Y'all stay tuned. The shows coming down the pipeline they're just getting. Y'all stay tuned for Lost and Found Sisters.
Yeah,
it's the craziest.
Well, you've talked about that like 14 times. So.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So now these puppies want to have a podcast. Is that what you're saying?
After all this time.
I'm gonna get this pup out of here. I just wanted to.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. This is awesome.
Sick.
Yeah,
this has been sick. I'm gonna come back more often just because I want to talk on these microphones and hear your voice.
That means a lot.
I think it's sick.
Creating ambition.
Yeah, we'll be back. Ambition Threads.
Murph Diggy.
Murph Dog.
Yeah, that's
you need to get a collar on, dude.
That's me.
You are ridiculous.
That's amazing. Daddy, I think you did a really good job on the podcast.
See? And Talking for Dogs pod comes out 2023. Not really sure of the month yet, but
at Talking for Dogs. I do have that handle.
Well, we're We're gonna have to go live with it. We're gonna have people, and
it's time.
It's gonna be great. Hey guys, support STP and everything STP does.
Yeah,
they're not only they're just changing the world. So
Whoa,
changing the world one Murfreesboro at a time.
Wow,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and back at him.
I don't know about that.
Ambition Threads.